Necesitas un lápiz y el papel. You will need a pencil and paper. Hola, clase 4. ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien. This week in our Spanish lesson, we are going to be looking for our third week about or at family or la familia. Now, there were a couple of things last week that I asked you to do and a couple of things I noticed as people were uploading things onto Seesaw that I want to recap. So this week is kind of more of a recap rather than moving our learning forward. So we're going to look at some of the vocabulary that we've learned before. We're going to look particularly at the brothers or sisters element, but don't worry if you haven't got brothers or sisters, it will still apply to you as well. And then there's a little bit of work that you've got to do a little bit later on too. Bueno. So last week, as part of your learning challenge, I put the question as part of your vocabulary or your prompts at the side. ¿Tienes hermanos? ¿Tienes hermanos? Which means? Muy bien. Do you have brothers or sisters? Now in Spanish, you'll notice hermano, brother, is part of this question, but hermanos means generally brothers or sisters in Spanish. Do you have brothers or sisters? Now, there's a number of ways in which you could answer this, obviously dependent on your family. I might not necessarily in the next few slides cover your family in particular, if you have more or less brothers or sisters. However, I'm going to recap, or I'm going to go over some of the answers that you might be able to get. So, if you were asked the question, ¿Tienes hermanos?, you might respond, Tengo un hermano. Tengo un hermano. What do you think that means? Muy bien. I have a brother. Tengo means I have. Un means one. Hermano, brother. I have one brother, and there's a picture clue there as well to help you. ¿Tienes hermanos? Tengo dos hermanos. What does it mean? Muy bien. I have two brothers. Tengo dos hermanos. ¿Tienes hermanos? Tengo una hermana. In inglés? Muy bien. I have one sister. ¿Tienes hermana? Hermanos? Tengo dos hermanas. In inglés? Muy bien. I have two sisters. ¿Tienes hermanos? Longer answer here. Tengo un hermano y una hermana. Y en inglés? See, I have one brother and one sister. ¿Tienes hermanos? Tengo dos hermanos y una hermana. Muy bien, en inglés? See, I have two brothers and a sister. Now this is where some people may come in, obviously. ¿Tienes hermanos? No tengo hermanos. No tengo hermanas. No tengo hermanos ni hermanas. In English, what do you think that means? Okay. No tengo hermanos. I don't have brothers. No tengo hermanas. I don't have sisters. No tengo hermanos ni hermanas. I don't have brothers or sisters. Okay, so hopefully you've understood that. Key points from that. Tengo is I have, and then obviously you can number or you can list your siblings that you have. But really, really important that you have that tengo representing the I have when you give the answer. Bueno, so I'm going to ask you now the question, and I want you to respond it with tengo and then your answer. So, ¿tienes hermanos? Estupendo, muy bien. Okay, so now we've looked at the key phrases for talking about brothers and sisters. Obviously, we've looked at where somebody might have one brother, one sister, two brothers, two sisters, and that kind of links to the work that we've done before, all about singular, that there's one of them, or plural, that there's more than one. So I'm going to give you some sentences now en español, in Spanish, that's going to be all about brothers or sisters. What I want you to do, if it mentions that there's only one, if it's a singular, I want you to stay sat down. If my sentence mentions a plural, where there's more than one, I want you to stand up. So for example, I might say, tengo un hermano, and because there's only one brother, you would stay sat down. I might say though, tengo dos hermanos, and you would stand up because there's plural, there's more than one. Okay, ¿estamos listos? Are we ready? Muy bien. Tengo una hermana. Muy bien, you should be sat down. One sister. Tengo dos hermanos. Muy bien, you should be stood up because it's two brothers, okay? Tengo tres hermanos. Muy bien, stay standing up because it's more than one, it's plural. Bueno, finalmente tengo tres hermanos y dos hermanas. Muy bien, you should be stood up because I had three brothers and two sisters. Bueno, okay, so now is the part of the session where you get to really apply your vocabulary and you get to do it really, really quickly. Muy rápido. So what I want you to do, I'm going to give you some sentences and you need to draw exactly what you hear. So for example, I might say, tengo un hermano, and you need to draw a brother and hold it up as quick as you can. Now I've got a few examples here for you which you might want to use. Obviously, it's up to you how you want to draw them. However, just as an example, you might do it as a stick person. So we've got una hermana, and then dos hermanos. It's up to you how quickly you want to do it. Okay, ¿estamos listos? Are we ready? Muy bien. Tengo dos hermanas. Muy rápido. Muy bien. Tengo dos hermanas. I have two sisters, so you should have two sisters drawn. Next one. Tengo un hermano y una hermana. Muy bien. One brother and one sister. Escuchar. Tengo dos hermanos y cinco hermanas. Es rápido. Tres, dos, uno, cero. I have two brothers and five sisters. Muy bien. Bueno, okay, so for your task today, now that we've done all of that recapping, I want you to have a look at the video which I have put on the website, the same place as you got the link for this Spanish lesson. Now the video is all about, or is mainly about looking at the Three Kings and looking at Christmas. However, the key information that I'm more interested in knowing that you know about is from 1 minute 17 onwards. If you want to watch the whole video though, that you absolutely can. What I want you to do through watching the video, and you can watch it a number of times, that's completely up to you, is to make notes in English based on what you hear the girl talking about in Spanish, okay? There's quite a lot of Spanish that gets translated into English, so that should give you a little bit of a help. But either way, from about 1:17 onwards, make notes on what sort of things you hear about when the girl is talking about her family. Bueno, I hope that you enjoyed the video. Just to kind of go over some of the things that you might have jotted down or that you might have heard. Obviously the girl in the video, her father is called Vicente. Her mother is called Laura, who we met, or Laura. She has a little brother. She said he was pequeño, a little brother. And she also has a sister, just one sister. She introduced us to her grandma, who said good afternoon, and then Grandad also followed and said good afternoon as well. And then obviously they took a photo together, and you may have heard her talking about the position that she wanted the different members of the family in. Muy bien. Bueno, so now that we've looked at La Familia and we've looked at particularly today brothers and sisters more in depth, next week we'll be ready to move on to pets in Spanish, which I'm looking forward to seeing then. Hope you found today useful. I look forward to seeing some of your learning some of your notes uploaded onto Seesaw. In the meantime, take care and adios.